Hi, everybody. This is James from Prague. How are you? It's April the 16th, I believe, and 2022. That makes sense. Um, from 2000, when I started giving up on remembering years, and then COVID hit, and it was like, okay, it's always Thursday the 13th. So hi, everybody. I'll let you all take time to get on the page. Renee had a great idea, which is to include credits roll before I get on, and that way you'll have time to come onto the page. So, my friend Ryan is going to create. I'm going to work with him in creating an opening for this Soul Care show, and again, we're going to do it. I think on Thursdays too, but I'll let you know when that happens. So, yeah, it's all creative. It's going to be fun. Butterfly Kiss Healing. Hi. Eric, Stacy, how are you, Stacy? Julie, Darby McDuff, hello, Darby McDuff, Julie West, Monica Ponce, Robin Young. I love to see new names or names I are familiar with. It's great to see the same people again. And whenever I do the with Kelly White, we do both sides now and beyond, and with the same faces, the same people. It's great. It's like our friends here, so it's always good. Oh, yes. Tonight, both sides now, tonight with Kelly White, we will be doing the show on healing, all different types of healing. And we're going to mention Edgar Casey, Harry Edwards, the most prolific healers of our day, and different methods of healing, different ways to receive healing, the atmosphere of healing, color healing, all different types of different aspects of healing. So please check out tonight. And I'll do a little meditation at the end too. It'll be a healing meditation. So that's tonight at 6 o'clock, both sides down. Okay. Stacy Doherty, hello. Lisa, how are you? Lisa, we met a decade ago in Pachongo Casino in Temecula. Did I do that? Did I do that casino? Okay. I'd like to go back. Casinos are the best. Casinos are fun. I like the crowds at casinos. They're just fun people. And also, you're limited in time. You're going to do 2 hours because they want the people to get back to the tables. Okay, I can do this. So I've done a lot of them. I like doing casinos. Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful Ido. How are you? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Heather. Happy birthday to you. Very good. You're probably 20 years old today. Lori Smith, when are Minnie and Pearl coming to your house? Minnie and Pearl are coming to the house May 16th. My new doggies come May 16th. So getting ready. Yesterday was my last day by myself. So I took Easter Sunday by myself and just relaxing in the garden, doing some planting and some reading and watering and meditating and just acknowledging the moment and living for this moment because it'll be the last time I'll be by myself because my puppies will be coming in. So, and I give up my life for that. So that'll be May 16th. Thank you, Minnie and Pearl. Ah! I think I'm gonna put them in the opening of this Soul Care. I think about the opening. I'll include them in the animation. Okay, and I want to thank everybody who came in last Friday night for the VIP demonstration. I thought it went really, really well, and Renee loved it. And it's hard for me to be objective, but I thought it went really, really well. We did about 15, 16 readings, very intense readings for those who were not there. It was really great. It was a lot of healing started there. A lot of talk about. I'm trying to remember certain things that came through. Forgiveness was a big theme. Try to forgive them while you're here. Don't wait till you pass over to the other side. A lot of messages for people in the audience. So it was really, really good. Something happened which was very bizarre, which had never happened to me before that I remember. And it happened twice on Friday night. And that's why I say to you guys, you never know what's going to happen. That's why every time is so different. I was working with someone on the page, and I think I said, Jimmy, is it Jimmy here? Is that your father? No, it's my father. He's still alive. So, okay, I better move on then. And I went out of 75 people, I picked one girl, just happened to. And the first thing she said was, Jimmy is my father who passed, who I want to contact. So it was really amazing to watch spirit work. The intelligence of that world work with this world is so incredible. And I'm always in awe how they do it. And that was just incredible. Another one also happened. I was working with a lady, and I said, you have your grandmother's and mother's cups and saucers and a tea set. And she said, no, I don't. I said, okay, then I better move on. Same thing. I picked another girl, and she said exactly that. Yes, I have my grandmother's and my mother's teapots and cups right behind me. So Yeah. So that was pretty crazy. That was crazy. And again, the intelligence of that world, it's so beyond the humans. It's so beyond human comprehension. And you just got to surrender and go with the flow. You just got to go with the flow. And the awe-inspiring part of that, the it keeps us humble, doesn't it? Keeps us very, very humble. Oh, congratulations, Juana. You're getting a new puppy. Good for you. I know. You know, when you lose a dog, you think, "Oh my God, I could never get another one. I just can't do it." Of course, you can't because the mindset you have. And with me, when I lost Maisie, who was like 17 years, was my baby girl, and we are so connected, I said to her when she was being put down, I said, Maisie, if you want me to get another doggy, then you're going to have to pick her out because I can't. You'll have to bring it to me. And that's exactly what happened. My friend Chip came visiting from San Francisco. He lives there. Came down here with his new puppy, Rosie, Australian Shepherd. And Rosie wouldn't leave me alone. Rosie loved me. Chip said, I've never seen this before. I've had her for 3 months. I've never seen her behave like this with people. She slept with me. She wouldn't stop licking me. We played for 6 hours in the day. She was great. And I kind of said to him, I might just steal your puppy because she loves me. Anyway, I couldn't, of course, but because of that, I decided to get a puppy of Rosie's family. So it's Rosie's siblings. So Minnie and Pearl are Rosie's siblings. The funny thing is, when I got Maisie years and years and years ago, my friend Chip, my best friend, was actually visiting San Diego. And that's when I got Maisie because I saw this dog puppy get killed in middle of a four-way stop. And it just blew me away, traumatized me. And that's when I went to the shelter and I looked at all the cages, nothing spoke to me. I'm back to the lobby and I sat down and I looked up the spirit and I said, will you tell me to come down here? What's going on? Where is she? And all of a sudden, a little white face looks out from the cage all the way at the end of the last kennel. And I walked up to her and she just jumped up at the kennel, in the cage. I brought her home. The next couple of days, I didn't know what to name her. And I was in my office in Laguna Beach at the time. And I was in my office and there was a little deck outside the office. And I remember there was a spirit lady, and it was really weird. It was like a materialization almost. It was very physical. And I knew this lady was my great aunt, who I'd never met. And she was wearing one dress, a long gray dress with buttons all the way down. And she said telepathically, her name is Maisie May. And I'm like, Maisie May? That sounds so old, Maisie May. And I said, oh, well. So I called for her. I said, Maisie May. And she was out on the deck. She came in, jumped on my lap and kissed me. So there you go. So, and it's great. So here I am again with my friend Chip, second time. So anyway, it's lovely. It's heaven, and I look forward to it. Congratulations on your puppy. Okay. How about some questions you want? Oh, well, one more thing before we go. So the VIP demonstration, it went really, really well. It sold out pretty quickly. So it's a full 2 hours, and there are lessons there. I didn't get to meditate with people, but we're going to do another one because it went so quickly. So if you want to join the VIP, we just put up on the website. So for this coming month, feel free. It'll go fast. So go to vanprog.com and just register for that VIP night. Okay. Okay. Questions? Yes. Diane, hi James, you're looking well. Thank you, I feel well. I have a quick question. I have occasionally heard a voice in my head, yes, clearly, as if someone's talking to me, yes. And it's only happened a couple of times. I was just saying a name of crystal, a name of a crystal. Okay, other experiences are outside my head, as if someone is there, usually calling my name or short sentences. Is a voice in my head my higher self and an external spirit? Can you explain? I know it sounds loopy, but I hope you understand. Well, Diane, who are us to say, and how can you describe another form of communication? It's hard to describe that. So I'm not going to be exact because um, it shouldn't be one. Maybe not one or the other. It's a little bit of both. When spirits communicate with us, what they do is they will enter with our mind, right? So it's mind to mind communication. Part of the soul is the mind. The mind survives death. The brain does not, but the mind survives. And within the mind, all the memories and experiences you had in this current lifetime and the lifetimes. But the way spirits will communicate is that mind will telepathically send a thought, a feeling to the mind of the medium, to the mind, the makeup of the mind. So it's really that. It's like the spirit is really influencing your mind, inspiring you, and that's what's going on there. And the more you study to be a medium, which I don't know if you want to. Mediumship one just started, by the way, so you should look into that if you want. But that's becoming familiar with that way of receiving messages is very, very good. Um, yeah, and it's very different than that little voice within, that little like gut response. That's your intuition. So it's a little bit different. With mediumship, you have kind of a personality along with it. So a little different. But good question, Diane. Keep on going. Okay. Jed, Adeline, and McDonald. Hi, James from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Hi there. How are you, Jed? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I love Nova Scotia, been there many times. Elsie Clark, hello, beautiful soul. Thank you. Thank you for your existence. Thank you. From New Zealand, thank you. Elise, I really want to get to your country. It's on my bucket list, and I'm afraid I won't come back. I'm not afraid, but I want to go. Beth Smith. My mom just passed a week ago and loved my dog, Sadie Mae. Isn't that interesting? Do you think she will still be around her? Oh, of course. She came to get her. Of course, she came to get her. Wouldn't you? Does that make sense to you? That love that we create comes back. So all those people in our lives, all those animals in our lives, from childhood animals, that love survives. Even a friend of mine, Olivia, passed over, and she came back and she said, it was the weirdest thing. Strangers I didn't know, but I opened the door for them once. I gave them a kindness once. They came to greet me and bring me over. So all of that makes an effect. So that's something to think about. Binyan. I like that name, Binyan. Finally, James. Ta-da! From Norway. Wow, great. I love Norway because the times we couldn't go on live streaming. Good to see you. Good to see you, Beyond. Really good. You should be doing healing work of some kind. You're very, very much a healer. You're a sensitive empath. So just balancing your head to the heart is what's important for you. So I hope that makes sense to you. And if you feel like wanting to take one of the school courses, the psychic portals course is probably perfect for you to start with. That's all I'm going to say. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Marcy Renee, are the animals angry when you put them down when they cross over? Well, no. More than like, I don't. I haven't put many dogs down, but I've never had a dog go back to the owner and say that was terrible ever. It's quite the opposite. And I know with Maisie, it was pretty incredible. I didn't expect this, but put her down, and it's heart wrenching as it is. I asked the doctor, could you save me some of that formula? Anyway, I didn't know where to go after I left the vet. I didn't know where to go. So I thought I'll go to a nursery and then drive my pickup truck to the nursery, probably 4 lights down. This is from the vet. And all of a sudden, Maisie's right there. Just comes and so happy, thrilled, beyond any happiness I ever had with her. Seriously. And she was looking at my face, and she's been with me since, off and on. And she arranged for Minnie and Pearl to come in. So, yeah, animals are so much more beyond than humans, aren't they? My goodness, very good. Angela, hi Angela. How can we have support from our guides when we're confused and feeling overwhelmed? Well, that's a great question, Angela. First of all, you got to take care of yourself. So your guides can only help you so much, but you got to take responsibility for stilling the mind and dealing with what's going on in your life that's out of control, that's phonetic, that's making you feel overwhelmed. So it's a really important thing. Again, I'm pushing the Psychic Portals course for you, is to learn about surrendering, to learn about balance, to learn about just quieting down and paying attention, because you can't go through life phonetic and crazy, because you're going to miss out on some very important things. So you really want to balance. You want to surrender. You want to start living a life of objectivity, being very objective about every situation that it goes through, and be a part of that. Otherwise, you're just sailing through life. You don't want that. You're too good for that. Okay? You can't go through life with a spirit bypass. You got to do the work. Okay, sweetheart. When I feel energy around my head during meditation, is it angels or guides, or is it my energy moving around? Could be all of that. Now it's up to you to decipher between angels and guides. How do we do that? Well, we sit in the quiet. You sit in the quiet every day for 10 minutes a day, learning to sit in the quiet, surrendering your soul, and becoming aware of the soul self, and beginning to have a relationship with your soul in the quiet. And it is one of the most incredible, profound experiences I've ever had. And I would strongly suggest that for you. It's in Psychic Portals course. I really suggest that you do that. Okay. Okay, sir. Darby McDuff, James, can you tell me please what a soul cycle is? What does it mean to complete a soul cycle? Um, Darby, I'm not an expert on that, so I can't really address it without saying I don't know. I don't know, but I will say this: um, everything is timed. There's always rhythm. There's always timing to things, if you will, divine time. Whether when you're born at a certain time, you're born at a certain space. So there are certain so it's hard for me because I know in astrology that's like the Saturn return, which is you go back, everything is 7 year cycles, right? And every 28 years is called the Saturn return. So it's all the planets are in the exact same position they were when you were born. It happens every 28 years. And that pushes you to do things you've always wanted to do in your life, the most important things you come back for. And that's between 28, 32, 67, 71. That's really what I'm sorry, 56 to 62. So it's every 28 years, but every 7 year cycles. So it might be soul cycles every 7 years, could be, I don't know. But there is a sense of that. And I that's all I can tell you. Okay. Thank you, honey. Cindy Sue. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. Lately, while I'm sleeping, I hear someone calling my name and they wake me up. Why don't they just come to me in my dream? Or does it mean something different? Um, I don't know, Cindy. I don't know, except that it's probably to get you to pay attention, right? So you'll wake up and you'll pay attention. Could mean that you're mediumistic. And why would they not come in your dream? Because they want you to pay attention to that you can hear them. So it could be mediumistic. I can't say 100%, but to me it sounds like that. Trying to show you that you have an ability. Okay. Thanks, Cindy. Rachel, those loved ones who have autism, Asperger's who have passed, do they still have it on the other side? From my experience, no, they do not. So when we come back to this physical vibration, this soul school called Earth, I believe we tend to come back to work on the emotional body, the mental body, or the spiritual body, or the physical body. Sometimes just one of those bodies, sometimes several of them. Asperger's to me and autism, I think, is working on an aspect of the mental body. That's what I think. And I don't necessarily believe that those souls are not advanced. I think they're quite the opposite. I think they are very advanced. You go back to the perfect self when you leave this physical world. So if it's a mental disorder, you'll go back to your normal self, soul self, if you will. Same with age. If you die in your 80s or 90s, you go back to the prime of your life. You go back to what you really want. Your physicality can also will change. You go back to the prime of like the life that the time that you like the best, your age you like the best. Age spots, extra fat, birthmarks, also goodbye. Doesn't have to happen. Now, how will they present themselves to someone? For instance, like a medium. Well, I can tell you that they will present themselves so that the receiver, the recipient, will understand who they are based upon what they are showing, projecting to the medium. So if they knew, if the person knew, let's say her mother died in her 80s, and the last 2 years of life were in a bed and bedridden, and she couldn't eat and so forth, I might get that first, and that is a way for the recipient to identify, if you will, that person. But as soon as that's identified, they tend to go back to a younger part. And then they might say to the recipient, your mother loved dancing. She loved dancing. And they go, so, you know what she used to? Yes, she did. And they'll usually talk about things in the prime of their life, things they really love to do. That's part of your soul self. Yeah, it's great. It's really great. Okay. Folks don't have a spirit. So what happens to them why don't they have a spirit? I don't understand that. Everything has a spirit. Everything has prana. Prana is the energy of life. Every living thing has spirit. So I don't know, Cheryl, where you got that, but that's completely wrong. I don't know what that means. That's wrong. So whoever told that is misinformed. Okay. Amy Salisbury Martin. Hey, James. I recently have been seeing those souls that crossed over, but I don't realize until afterwards. How do I tell? Not sure what you mean, but I'm not sure what you mean by that. Recently have been seeing those souls that crossed over. Okay. Well, when you see them next time, ask them something. Give me a reference. Give me something I can validate with somebody. Ask them to do that and start working with them. Amy. Again, you're probably another very mediumistic person. Mediumship one for you. This is, again, another way for the spirit world to get to you, to show you that you have an ability. And I think they will go out of their way to get things going. We need mediums here. We need good, authentic, integral mediums. We need that to happen because it's so important that people realize there's no death and that they're responsible for their thoughts, words, and deeds. So we need mediums to help people understand those things. So good. Okay. Tammy Price. Hi, Tammy. I feel like my spirit guides are directing me in a certain direction with regards to leaving my current position. So hold on right there, Tammy. So last week I was doing, because of you guys, you asked me to do my audiobook of my guidebooks, spirit guides, message from the spirit guides. And I did. I recorded for 3 days. And it was very interesting because it was very emotional. I didn't expect it to be that emotional. And it was very, very emotional. So I just came off that. So here you go. But spirit guides. Okay. I feel like my spirit guides are directing me in a certain direction with regards to my leading current position, and moving back more into a leadership position is where I should be heading. Or should I say where I feel included with my family? I feel my father passed. Well, Tabby, you tell me. Tell me. What do you think? What do you feel? So you have to feel that one. Instead of your spirit guides, which I believe they are, but you got to listen to that little voice within. Get out of the head, because the head, the left brain analytical critical self will just get you down the rabbit hole. So, what is your first impression? And even if it doesn't make critical sense, go with that first impression. You don't know necessarily how it's going to happen, but if you feel that's the right thing to do, then you should do it. But I would be doing a really big disservice for you if I told you the answer to that. You got to figure that one out yourself, and you just got to start having a relationship with that inner voice within. It'll change your life, sweetheart. Good question. Chris, hi Chris. Astral travel. Any resource recommendations? Hmm. Okay. I don't intentionally do it, but sometimes found that I've got it. Different experiences than vivid dreaming is very different. I won't get too far into my recent experience, but the being I spoke referred to me as a being of Earth. Ah, thank you. Hmm, that's a good question. Robert Monroe, the Monroe Institute is something you should explore. The Monroe Institute. I think it's in Virginia Beach or North Carolina. It's right around there, and they will help you with that astral projection. They do a whole work courses on that. It's the best place in the country that I know of personally. Good luck, sweetheart. Natasha Robertson, I'm so excited to see you today. Ah! I haven't caught you on live in a while. Oh, great, Natasha. Well, nice to have you live. Better than dead. Not necessarily. Nice to have you. Thank you for checking in. Vicky, hi, Vicky. Can my family and spirit help me help me with loneliness? Yes, Vicky, but I think you need to get to the source of the matter, which is you. No spirit bypass here. It's an opportunity to grow. So it's an opportunity to go within and find out, why are you lonely? What has happened in your life before? Is there something in your childhood? Is it something in midlife? Was there a relationship? There are reasons behind it. So you have to go do some mining. You have to go do some digging. And it's fun. Find out. Like, it's an art of discovery. So find out what holds you back from being complete and feeling lonely. What is it? Why do you feel lonely? See? So, really great opportunity for you to do the work, my love. And again, a life changer. So good luck. Okay. Hi, Marie. Do you offer any guidance for mediums? Yes, mediumship one and two. That's my best advice, because mediums should always be learning. Every day they should learn something new. They never should get to a point of just settling, no settling. And always ask for something different in your work, and never ask questions, not unless it's just for validation. Um, and what other people think of you is none of your business. Um, I don't. I think that there's a strong sense of integrity and responsibility with mediumship, and it's not an easy road for those who are mediums, because there's a lot of integrity there, and there's a lot of, you're holding people's hands, and it's like a piece of thin glass, because you have an effect and an influence. So you got to take them very, very seriously. So anyone that goes into mediumship, like, are you sure you want to go into mediumship? Are you sure? So just that's what I'd say, Marie. Hope that helps you. But me, one and two, my school, you should look into that if you haven't. Okay. Sally. Hi, Sally. I hear a spirit saying he doesn't want to leave. He tried to encourage I've tried to encourage him to go into the light, but he says he wants to stay. Who is he? I don't know. How would I know, Sally? You tell me who he is. Ask him. You got to sit down and sit in the quiet. If you sit in the silence, like I said earlier, and that's this again, there's an opportunity for you to get within your own self, your own soul self. So that's what you need to do. Um, and with the thing about not wanting to leave, I don't know if that's in your head. I don't know. I just don't know because I don't know enough about you and him and the situation. But let's just say it's an opportunity for you to have a relationship with your soul, which I would do sitting in the quiet, sitting in the stillness of your being. Okay. Karen, hi, Karen. Have you ever thought of coming to Scotland? I've been to Scotland. I've been to Scotland. Yes, I've been to Scotland 3 times. Actually, I taught there, and I'm actually working with Gordon Smith in August in San Diego. He's coming over here. But yes, I have been there. Lovely people. Lisa, one of my best friends died 3 weeks ago. When she died, I felt her energy for 3 days. Yeah. I didn't see her or hear her, but I could feel her. Yes, same, same. This has happened before as a close friend. Is this like a transition period? Yes. Then will the energy be less over time? Yes. Very good, Lisa. You know it. It is a transitional period. So it's like going somewhere new and getting used to getting your new feet, if you will, your new feet, getting to a new space. And that's exactly what it's about when you leave the physical body. You're going back home to the spirit world, but your mindset is still very much the physical world because you've just lived there for 20 or 30 years. So there's if you will, you have to get used to it. There's a moment of transition, if you will, that it'll happen over time. They still are very much involved with the physical life here, the human life. They come back and visit friends and family. They'll inspire you, which means they'll send you thoughts or feelings, as you mentioned, and they'll say a little bit, and then they go to the spirit world. They say more of it there, and then after they're adjusted for quite a bit, probably within 2 years, they go to another level. So that's what it happens. My friend Olivia, who passed over, and I was mentioning her in my book last week. She came once to visit me, and because we had an agreement that whoever goes over first will come back and tell each other what it's like. She went over first, came back the same day, and shared with me in my mind what the experience was like in the spirit realms. And after that, she's never back. Or oh, not that I've picked up on, but and she'd be one wouldn't expect her to come back because why would I want to be back there? Yes, that sort of thing. And every spirit I've ever brought through, by the way, in my 40 years of doing this work, has said just that. I wouldn't want to go back, wouldn't want to come back because it was done. It was time done. And really, it's something interesting. My friend Veronica passed over. She really interesting. She said to me once she came to me and she said, "I wish human beings would pay homage to themselves, give themselves a pat on the back. It's not an easy school. The human existence is not easy. James should tell people to give themselves a pat on the back that they chose this school, one of the hardest schools there is. So it's very true. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Okay. Hi, Karis. Dear James, I'm from Germany. Yeah. And I hope I met you some. You said that would be nice. I miss my parents so much. Okay. Kirsten. So you can set up to speak to them. Again, if you go to the school page and look at a course that's good for you, mediumship one is brand new. But there are ways also, it's like portals of ways of you sitting in that quiet, in the stillness, to have them influence you. So, they're always around us. They're always still there. But it's us, the human, that gets in the way because we're not used to it. It's such a subtlety. It's a subtle awareness. So it's just training the mind in different ways, sweetheart. That's it. Okay, good. Carrie Ananda, what do you think to Reiki healing? I'll talk about it this evening, actually. So Reiki healing, universal healing, same thing. It's using that healing energy, that balance, and bringing it through the body and letting go of imbalances and bringing balance to the body. That's really what it is. Basically, that's what it is. Hi there, D. Hi, D. I keep rereading your books. Me too. I don't want to write a new one, but no, I'm rereading your books. Is there a new one in the works? Yes, there is actually, D. Yes. I'm actually writing a book on karma. So it's called Karma. And I've been trying to get it done for 5 years. Hasn't happened yet, but it's okay. I'm ready now to do it. And it's actually in the planning stages, outline stage. So we'll know when it's done. I'm going to self-publish probably. So yeah. Karma. So what do I think about karma? Stephanie asked. Well, to me, karma is a concept, right? It's an Eastern philosophy concept about really, and to me, it's energy. What you give out, you get back. So basically, we will um, create, if you will, with our thoughts, our words, our deeds. It's energy. We create this energetic note, uh, and we maybe send it to someone. So we attach it to someone or some situation or some belief system about ourselves, and we are that we create with all of our thoughts. We create all the time. So karma is an end result of what you think. So it's positive or negative. It's just energy. So whatever energy you're sending out, whatever energy you're giving to others, you're going to relive that. So that's really what the karma is. Ananda, hugs to you from Austria. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I was just telling someone 2 days ago that Austria is my favorite place to live, to be, and to. I've been to Salzburg many times. Definitely felt past lives, without a doubt, 100%. Yeah. And the Sound of Music, love it. And I did the Sound of Music tour, of course. But I definitely love Austria. It's my. I didn't care for Vienna. Isn't that interesting? Didn't really care for Vienna, but I liked Austria. Okay. Thank you. Colleen, I have had someone come to my bedside and called my name. Now I am very clairvoyant. Good, Colleen. So now you got to practice. Now you got to practice and practice. Mediumship one for you, please. Now is the time. Good girl. Okay, Colleen. Nice. I'm very happy for you. Angela. Hi, James. Thank you for your help. You're very welcome. I'm in a toxic marriage and my energy gets drained. Okay, so what is that supporting you? Why do you need that? Why are you in that relationship? How can I ask my they can only help those who help themselves. So you have to help yourself, right? I just talked to or just 10 minutes ago. You can't do spiritual bypass. Angela, you gotta have a relationship with yourself. So you if you want to have a toxic relationship and marriage and a toxic life, which is what this will do, then go for it. But you don't need to. It's a lot better not having one. Trust me. Karen, we're both new to this path. Any advice to make us stronger in this path? Yes, Karen. Um, treat others as you want to be treated and live the golden rule and be in a state of, we say state of awareness, but objectivity. Be very objective about everything. Every person here has a right to speak, has a right to be. Don't judge others. There are souls that are baby souls here on this earth that think war and money and that's their God. And then there are others that are healers and they believe love and compassion is the way it is. And there are souls in between, middle school souls. So you have an array of all different levels of souls here. So we shouldn't judge because we don't know their background. So judgment is fear based. It really is fear based. Fear, false ego appearing real. So that's judgment tied in with that. So try to step out of judgment. And every day, in however you can, make it every day, try to shift the energy from negative to positive. So let's say you go to a store, and someone is frowning. Say something kind to them, like, "Oh, I love your shirt. What you're wearing. Oh, I love your hair." Something positive to change the energy. That's really good advice, and that'll help you. Thank you. Kat, hi, Kat. I lost several family and friends in the last year. Wow, but it's getting crazy. How can I get them to calm down? Okay, so again, I'm not repeating myself. If you could sit down in the quiet, if you can sit down in the quiet and once a day, like for 5 to 10 minutes a day, and sit in that quiet space, you will let them, it will help them to calm down and you to calm down. And you'll be in charge. Then we'll just jump on you. So that's a really perfect way of being in that space of blending. Then you can blend with them, let them come closer to you so you can hear them and feel them. But you got to kind of like be in that sweet spot, that still space, that surrendering spot. And that's really sitting in the quiet about 10 minutes a day. Patty Campbell, knowing we're here to learn lessons, where will this learning take us? To what end? Is there an end? I don't know. You're looking at that very human there, Patty. It's a very human comment. To what end? I don't think there is an end. Once we go home, what is the purpose? I think that it's experiencing love on all different levels of awareness and being. The spirit guides have said, when someone in the audience once asked, where's the level that human beings are on? What level compared to all the galaxies and thousands, if not millions of galaxies? And they said the humans are like a piece of grain of sand on the beach. That's how down they are. So there's world within world within world. So it's always something to experience, to learn, to grow, evolve, and share and discover. Always. There's no end. From Ireland, hello, Isabel. How you doing there from Ireland? How can I make the distinction between hearing my own inner voice or imagination and answer a question on non-physical guidance? Okay, so I'm going to just do a whole thing about sitting in the silence. That's it. Sitting in the quiet of your being is really going to help you distinguish that which is inside of you, that which is outside of you, and how to be present with that and become your own soul self. You're still soul self. That's what you have to do. Yeah. So, psychic portals or mediumship one, Isabel, will be great for you. You've got to take time to be with yourself and learn the inner voice within, learn to hear it, and sort of have a relationship with that. Okay. Thanks, sweetheart. A lot of answers with sitting in the quiet. Wow. What's the best way to get to know your ancestors or if you have never met them before and family won't tell you anything about them? Well, Jeanette, good question. Different ways. Number one, you can ask before you go to sleep at night. Make sure you have a journal on the side of the bed, dream journal, and ask in your dreams that you are shown or you're connected with them easily. Another thing you could do is through meditation. It might not be the first meditation, but it might be a second or third meditation. And it could be a meditation where you're guided and you bring yourself to a world, to a garden, a spiritual garden, and you create that garden any way you choose to, with colors and plants and flowers, anything you like. And then perhaps there is a building, and a building there could be, and you can make all of this up that serves you. It could be a reunion building of ancestry, right? And you go inside this building, there are different hallways, and perhaps there are chairs and books all around, and people milling about. And perhaps, because you sent out a thought, that and you can work with a guide who comes to greet you, a healing guide. They're going to bring you to your family that you asked for. That's another way. So those are two ways that I have used before, and they work really, really well. There could be other ways, but those are two that I know. Thank you, sweetheart. Good luck. Holly, hi. People told me my kids are very intuitive, sensitive, yes, and I believe my boyfriend granddaughter is too, but I don't know. I don't know how to help, at least the granddaughter. Oh, well, what you can do, number one, is help your granddaughter by helping her to love herself. So she needs to have a really strong, especially if she's a sensitive and empath, she needs to have a good relationship with herself. She needs to know who she is. She needs to honor herself. And there should be no judgment with her. Like, no one should judge her. Let her be herself and ask her um, in-depth questions, of discovery. How do you think about this? What do you think about that? Give her an honor her, and give her these heavy questions. She'll rise to the occasion. But again, a sense of herself is very important. Okay, that's the best advice I can give. Does losing someone very close open up your spiritual psychic link? Yes, very much so, Stacy. Many times we find that that space is indeed opened up much more after a loved one passes over. Happens all the time. So it's good. Hi, James. I really have been seeing spirit out in the public. Okay. How can I tell they look like real people and something tells me they're not? They're not. Amy, I'm going to repeat again. You need to have a relationship with that mediumship one course. You need to start doing that if you choose to. If you want to develop your mediumship, then you need to do that. There's no easy way. And remember, you're different than everybody else. So your way of seeing or feeling or sensing is different than anybody else. So you have to have starting the relationship with yourself and developing that part of yourself if you choose to. So that's the best advice I can give. Go to the JV School of Mystical Arts. There you go. Major course number one. There you go. And the school's going through changes. We're going to have a new site in a couple of weeks. But it's a great, great space, a community that I work with everyone all the time. And let's start from there, everybody. Okay. All right. I hope you meet me tonight. Join me tonight, myself and Kelly White on both sides now and beyond, and find out all about healing. Okay. 6 o'clock right here. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.